For years, choosing a top-tier Garmin FENIX has felt like making a tough compromise. If you're a serious Garmin user, you know the struggle all too well. You could get that legendary, seemingly endless battery life, but you were stuck with a dim, old-school memory and pixel screen. Or, you could opt for a stunningly bright AMOLED display that, let's be honest, you had to charge all the time. Either way, you were paying a premium, with prices creeping up with every new model. Well, that's all supposed to be changing. At least, that's what the rumor mill wants us to believe. A massive new leak for the 2025 FENIX 8 Pro has been making the rounds, painting a picture of a watch that isn't just an upgrade, it's a total revolution. We're talking a game-changing micro-OLED screen, next-gen health sensors, and the biggest shocker of all, a lower price tag. It sounds like the watch we've all been waiting for. But as we know, with tech leaks, what sounds too good to be true usually is. So, let's break down this wild leak, separate the hype from what's real, and figure out what the FENIX 8 Pro will actually look like. First, let's talk about the story that got the entire Garmin community buzzing. The initial leaks for the FENIX 8 Pro described the absolute perfect adventure watch. This wasn't just another small step, it was a fantasy spec sheet come to life. The star of the show was the rumored micro-OLED screen. This is the holy grail of display tech. It promises the insane brightness and deep, inky blacks of an old panel, but with the power efficiency and outdoor visibility of Garmin's classic transflective screens. It's a screen you can actually read in direct sunlight without obliterating your battery. We've even seen display makers showing off micro-OLED watch panels, so the technology is definitely on the horizon. For years, the screen has been Garmin's biggest trade-off, and this leak suggested that was finally over. Then, there were the health sensors. Whispers pointed to a brand new Elevate Gen 6 optical heart rate sensor. The rumors claimed this wasn't just about slightly more accurate run tracking, they pointed to huge leaps in things like ECG monitoring and more precise data for heart rate variability, stress, and sleep. This would make the FENIX 8 Pro a legitimate health monitoring device, putting it head-to-head with its biggest competitors. And of course, connectivity. FENIX users have been begging for true freedom from their phones for ages. The leak suggested we were finally getting it, with rumors of full LTE and maybe even satellite connectivity. For anyone who spends time in the backcountry, this would be a game-changer, offering a real lifeline for messages and calls when you're completely off the grid. But the most unbelievable part of this whole fantasy was the price. Despite all these next-gen upgrades, the leak suggested the FENIX 8 Pro would launch at about $100 less than the FENIX 7 Pro. It was positioned as a direct shot at the Apple Watch Ultra, designed to win over anyone on the fence about Garmin's high price tag. A better watch, for less money. Yeah, it sounded too good to be true. And, as it turns out, it probably was. While that dream of a cheaper, super-powered FENIX 8 Pro is fun to think about, it's time for a reality check. When we look at the more credible evidence, a much different and far more realistic picture starts to emerge. Let's start with that amazing micro-OLED screen. While it sounds incredible, and Garmin has been spotted listing a FENIX 8 micro-OLED in developer documents, the truth is a bit more complicated. This confirms they are working on it. And this is a big but, the tech is still brand new and wildly expensive to mass produce. Even Apple reportedly shelved plans for a micro-OLED watch because they couldn't make the numbers work. So what's the real story? It's much more probable that the standard FENIX 8 Pro, the one most of us will actually buy, will feature a refined and brighter AMOLED display. The micro-OLED version, if it exists, will likely be a separate, ultra-premium FENIX 8 micro-OLED edition with a price tag to match. Now, about that shocking price drop. This one stings a little. While those early rumors got our hopes up, more recent and credible leaks, some reportedly from retailer systems, point in the complete opposite direction. These newer leaks suggest the FENIX 8 series will likely see a price increase potentially starting around $1,100, with larger models costing even more. The idea of getting a top-tier Pro model for less money seems to be, unfortunately, wishful thinking. What about that revolutionary Elevate Gen 6 sensor? Again, a sliver of truth here. Garmin is definitely developing next-gen sensor technology, with patents showing new ways they're working to improve accuracy. But as of today, there's no credible evidence that the Gen 6 sensor is ready for the FENIX 8 Pro. Given Garmin's history, it's far more likely the FENIX 8 Pro will ship with the excellent Elevate Gen 5 sensor, the same one found in the FENIX 7 Pro and recent Forerunner models, which is already one of the best wrist-based sensors out there. Finally, connectivity. The LTE rumors are real, and it seems it's being developed for the FENIX 8 line. However, the same sources suggest it will be limited, much like on the Forerunner 945 LT. This means it would be for safety and tracking features like sending an emergency alert or letting family track you on a map, not for making calls or streaming music from your wrist without a phone. Full and tethered smartwatch functionality doesn't seem to be in the cards for this generation. So, when we strip away the fantasy, what are we left with? The FENIX 8 Pro is shaping up to be a powerful and logical evolution, not a revolution. It's going to be an expensive, premium watch that refines the FENIX formula instead of rewriting it. Based on what we know, the FENIX 8 Pro will almost certainly come standard with a brilliant AMOLED screen, finally retiring the old MIP display for the Pro models. It will be bright, beautiful, and responsive. It will also feature the proven, highly accurate Elevate Gen 5 heart rate sensor. A major, and very likely, upgrade will be the addition of a built-in speaker and microphone. We've seen this on other Garmin watches like the Venu 3, and it allows for taking calls on your wrist when tethered to your phone and using a voice assistant. This is a huge step in closing the smartwatch gap with competitors. The FENIX 8 Pro will almost certainly keep the now iconic built-in LED flashlight, a feature users absolutely love. And finally, it looks very probable that we'll see a model with an optional, limited-use LTE modem for those extra safety and tracking features. And the price? All credible signs point to a premium price tag, likely starting at or above that $1,100 mark, positioning it as an unapologetic competitor to the Apple Watch Ultra. This isn't a watch for just anyone, it's a specialized tool, and it will be priced that way. With this more realistic picture, we can finally tackle the most important question: should you wait for the FENIX 8 Pro? If you're already rocking a FENIX 7 Pro, it's a tough call. The main upgrades will likely be the AMOLED display, a speaker and mic, and the option for emergency LT. If those are make or break features for you, it could be worth it. But for many 7 Pro owners, that might not be enough to justify the high cost. However, if you're coming from an older watch, like a FENIX 6 or 5, the FENIX 8 Pro is going to feel like a massive leap forward. The jump to a vibrant AMOLED screen, a more accurate sensor, better GPS, and modern smartwatch features will be a night and day difference. But the real elephant in the room is the Apple Watch Ultra. Here, the battle lines are clearer than ever. The FENIX 8 Pro will, without a doubt, continue to dominate where it always has: battery life, advanced training metrics, and rugged, offline navigation. Even with an AMOLED display, you can expect battery life measured in days, not hours. For serious athletes, Garmin's deep well of performance data is simply unmatched. The Apple Watch Ultra, on the other hand, will remain the superior smartwatch. Its app ecosystem is more mature, its cellular integration for calls and texts is seamless, and its interface is more fluid for day-to-day tasks. With prices likely to be so similar, the choice isn't about cost anymore, it's about your lifestyle. Are you an athlete who needs a smart tool, or a smart device user who wants to track their fitness? So, we started this journey with a dream leak, a FENIX 8 Pro with a revolutionary screen, next-gen sensors, and an impossibly low price. But after peeling back the layers of hype, the reality is something different but in its own way, just as compelling. The FENIX 8 Pro won't be a cheap, do-it-all watch. Instead, it's looking like a more focused, more premium, and more capable evolution of the FENIX we already know. It will likely bring a beautiful AMOLED screen, a speaker and microphone, and crucial safety connectivity to what is arguably the most respected adventure watch on the planet. But now I have to turn the question over to you. We've gone from the dream to the reality. Are you disappointed that the micro-old and price drop rumors seem to be off the table? Or is a brighter AMOLED screen, a microphone, and safety-focused LTE enough of an upgrade to get you excited? Let me know your honest thoughts down in the comments below. And if you want to stay on top of every twist and turn in the FENIX 8 story, Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what comes next.